And in this video, what I'm going to do is I am going to actually break down the new Star Wars timeline according to Disney Star Wars. And I do this with the help of Collider. They've actually created a very compelling article. This is every Star Wars era explained from Old Republic to new. So let's get started. So the first era that Disney told us about, right? This is like way back in the day. This is 25,000 years before the events of Star Wars. And this is the dawn of the Jedi. And essentially what this is where the Jedi Knights became the Jedi Knights. They were learning how to harness their power. And this comes straight from legends. This comes straight from novels that were written a long time ago that talks about the dawn of the Jedi and essentially how they came to being. And basically, if you can see these pyramid-like spaceship things, those were going around the galaxy looking for Force users or people that they believed could use the Force, and they would essentially kidnap them and then take them to a planet, which the planet was Tython, and we actually got to see Tython in The Mandalorian. But that's essentially what Dawn of the Jedi is. It's just a origin story to the Jedi. And then right after that, we have the Old Republic era. Now, every real Star Wars fan knows this era, right? This is the era of Darth Revan. This is the era where the Jedi were at its highest power level, dude. They were goated. You had the Mandalorian Wars during this time when the Mandalorians were at the height of their power and they were running the fade with the Jedi. This was the era of Darth Malgus when the Sith were extremely powerful. This was before the rule of two. So this was when you had the Sith Empire, and this was a very interesting era. And unfortunately, Disney didn't really announce any projects with the Old Republic, but I feel that this is a fan favorite. This is something that everyone wants to see, right? We all want to see a Darth Revan movie. And the fact that they haven't done anything with that speaks to how much they know Star Wars. Because if they knew Star Wars, if those executives over at Disney knew Star Wars, they would know that this is what the fans want. Real quick, just imagine this, but in live action.
T7, prep the iron cannons.
Again, why would you not want to make this content into live action? Can you imagine the possibilities? That scene alone, can you imagine showing that scene alone live action on Disney Plus? Best TV show ever. But right there, was that not Star Wars? I mean, I don't know. It still baffles me how Disney is not doing more with the Old Republic. And instead, Disney said, hey, we're going to create our own thing. And that's when they created the High Republic. Now, as you can see here, the High Republic is their newest thing. That's what they've been focusing on since they purchased Disney from George Lucas, unfortunately. And I'm gonna actually read you this one because quite frankly, I really don't know much about the High Republic because I've tried getting into it. I just really can't get into it because as you can see here, it's catered to a different audience. It's catered to... Let me just read what it says. Like those before the High Republic era, still doesn't cover anything already released on screen, but novels. However, the High Republic will be the setting for the upcoming Disney Plus series, The Acolyte. And then you have The Fall of the Jedi, which these are the prequels. To me, this is the best era in Star Wars, period. Bar none. This is the prequels. To me, this is Star Wars. To a lot of most fans nowadays, this is Star Wars. Then you have Reign of the Empire. This is shortly after Order 66. This is where we're getting the Bad Batch, the Andor, Rogue One. I think they need to do more with this. I want to see Vader. I want to see a Vader TV show. I think that's an easy one for Disney. And then we have The Age of Rebellion. This is going to be your original trilogy. Disney needs to do an animated Clone Wars style TV show based on this era. There is so much they can do. We can get some adventures with Luke Skywalker. We can get some adventures with Darth Vader. We can do something with this. Let's do something. And then we can have Mark Hamill voice Luke Skywalker. You could even do that. Or you can do it shortly after, which is what they're calling the New Republic. This is the Mandoverse, right? This is where we're going to have the Ahsoka series, the Skeleton Crew. Again, we can get a Clone Wars style animated TV show based on this era. Like, what is Luke Skywalker up to besides lifting some rocks? And starting a new Jedi Academy, which we know what's going to happen to it. And then we go to the sequels, right? This is the dog shit era. This is the era that nobody likes. Nobody with a brain likes this era. As much as they want us to like this, we're not going to like it. And here's the thing. This is very conflicting too, because I love these two. I do. I love the character of Kylo Ren. I like Rey. I do. I like the character of Rey. However, I do not like how they wrote it. You know what I mean? Like, I like the concept of Rey. I like the concept of this daughter of a clone of Palpatine being abandoned, and then she's extremely powerful. And I just feel like they could have gone in a different direction with that. I feel like they could have had it in her that she instinctively gravitated towards the darkness, right? And because that's, you know, she's Palpatine's granddaughter essentially, or really Palpatine's kid, depending on how you look at it, because she's a daughter of a clone. So you could have had her kind of gravitate towards the darkness and, you know, kind of reverse that a little bit. And then you have Kylo Ren, who naturally gravitates towards the light. So it's like polar opposites. Like, she's trying to be good, but she's really bad. He's trying to be bad, but he's really good. They could have done so much with this. And I was really excited after The Force Awakens. I truly was. And then you have, this is their new series. This is the Luke Skywalker era. This was meant to be, this is when Luke Skywalker starts the Jedi Order, and he goes on and he has these great adventures, and he fights against Hu Van, and he saves the galaxy over and over again. He becomes the most powerful Grandmaster Jedi of all time. I'm kidding. No, this is Rey's new Jedi Order, and everything that I said about Luke Skywalker is going to happen, except it's not going to be Luke Skywalker, it's going to be Rey. And that's what the new movie in 2025 is going to be about. It's going to be about Rey rebuilding the Jedi Order, and that's it. That's the Star Wars timeline according to Disney now. And if you notice, they're making movies and TV shows based on the events that the fans don't want. You know, like, we're getting more sequel stuff, which is the new Jedi Order. We're getting, you know, the High Republic. We're getting the Acolyte. You know, and we're getting a Dawn of the Jedi movie, which, you know, do we really want to know? Like, do we really want to go back 25,000 years ago and really see this? Is this what the people want? We want more of this. We want more Old Republic, and we want something during the Empire. Like, we want to see a Vader TV show. And seriously, you tell me, would you not want to see events that took place either in the Empire era? Let me know what you think down in the comments. And like always, don't forget to subscribe. Do it. Sensational.